What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Real Talk Radio podcast. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's good? Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Maestro, and I am back with another episode, man. Before we begin, in whatever platform you're listening to, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, be sure to hit that like button on those platforms. And if you're watching this live on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any video when it drops, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get right into the show. Man, so this week, man, it's been a little challenging. It's been a little difficult with some stuff. Had some good news, had some bad news, but man, we're going to push on, man. We're going to do what we got to do. I do remember recording a video. I do remember doing a whole episode. I am not sure what happened as far as gear, as far as, SD cards. I'm not sure, but we're just going to go ahead and move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and just redo everything I did and just do it on this episode, all right? So, man, I got some good segments for you guys today, man. Just another little real talk thing that I had. I had a conversation with a couple friends of mine, maybe about last week sometime, probably right before I started recording the episode. And we started talking about different things, as far as, what do we need help on, things that we're afraid to admit, things like that. So I found this video on Instagram. This guy, his name is CT, Clayton Thomas, a comedian out in California, and he posted this video just talking about a couple things.
Good friend of mine, Karen Ashley, posted, which is the hardest for you to say? A, I apologize. B, I need help. C, I love you. D, I was wrong.
In watching that video, I don't even think I watched the whole thing. I think I watched like a small little snippet of it. And I took to my Instagram, I took to my Facebook, and I, posted the same questions. What is the hardest thing for you to say? I'm sorry. I need help. I was wrong. I love you. And I, took it upon myself. I think, just me, just being myself, I think it's a good conversation starter or a good thing that some people might just have that realization that, hey, here's something I may struggle with, or, I might not want to admit this publicly or what have you, depending on the situation that's at hand. And I'm just going to, for me, I'm going to give my own basis or my own reasonings as to, or solutions as to what you can do to, help out and to have some kind of way to open up that certain part of conversation that you're not trying to have. And I'm going to do it in, percentage order, like from the least percentage to the highest percentage. So coming in at 5%, the hardest thing for some people to say is, I'm sorry. I think, honestly, we don't like to be wrong. I mean, that's on both sides. I think there are things that we just don't want to be wrong about, or there are things that, our opinions are so adamant about, we're so fixed on, we're so, it's this way, it's that way. And, that could drive us to either hurt some people or drive us to have some conversations that ain't supposed to be had. And then in it being the way it is, you come to find out like, hey, like, maybe I did or maybe I didn't, but I probably did something I wasn't supposed to do or said something I wasn't supposed to say. But you're not going to say, I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like to apologize. Some people are afraid of hurting other people with their apologies. Some people are afraid of, tampering the relationship, tampering the friendship, whatever it could be. Some people don't want to put in that scar, that hurt of, oh, man, I done did this wrong, or I done, messed this situation up to a bad extent. And the last thing I can find myself to say is I'm sorry, And I think, honestly, man, this is just my opinion. All of these are just going to be my opinions, to every scenario. I'm a firm believer of especially if you're grown. If you're grown, I think you should just go ahead and just acknowledge your wrongs when you can and as early as you can. There are benefits to that because then there are certain things that people can, will get diminished the more you prolong, the more you wait until, it's the right time or things like that. Like, some things like trust, things like, willingness to be able to reach out to you all over again and stuff like that. So I'm a firm believer. If you're gonna do something, if you did something wrong, just apologize. Apologize when you can, especially apologize when it's made known to you, and apologize genuinely. That's, the easiest thing, especially with the way the world is right now. Just apologize, man. It'll probably help save the relationship, and it'll show, your character. It'll show your person. It'll show you as a bigger person, as a better person, because you're willing to admit your faults. You know what I'm saying? So let's go on to the second one. Coming in at 10%, I was wrong. And that kind of goes into that, that first one that I just talked about. If you were wrong, just acknowledge that you're wrong, man. It's so you're not always going to be right. Nobody is perfect. Nobody got it all together. Nobody got, 100% across the board. We all have our flaws. We all have our problems. We all have our things that make us what we are and who we are. But, I can say for all people, and whether some people want to admit it or not, we are all wrong. We don't all got it. We don't have it together. We don't have it down point. We don't, no. If you're wrong, man, you're wrong. Simple as that. Like, you can be wrong. And that goes for both men and women. I think more for dudes, I believe that we should, take up more of that mantle of, if you're wrong, just admit that you're wrong. Because that seems to be more of a thing when it comes to men. Most men don't want to admit that they're wrong. Most men don't want to acknowledge their mistakes, don't want to acknowledge their faults. There's some women too. I know, I'm not trying to be biased on one side, but for the most part, I'm a guy, so I can only speak from a guy's perspective. There are plenty of times I was wrong. There are plenty of times that I know I did something wrong, and it took me a while just to even say, I was wrong. But just like what I said in the first one, it's easier if you just acknowledge your wrongs, acknowledge what it is that made that was wrong, that the decision you made, the action that you did. Like, it's easier if you just do it up front, especially if it's gonna, you want to be honest with a person, you want to be upfront with a person, you want to be, you want to just make sure that this person sees you as a genuine person. Being sorry and being wrong kind of go hand in hand. So if you know you were wrong, easiest thing to do is just acknowledge, like, hey, I was wrong about a certain thing. Sometimes getting that off your chest is a lot better than just letting it sit there and letting it sink in and letting it eat away at you. And that's, those are things you just don't want to have happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you were wrong, just come up, just be the better person, be the bigger person within yourself. Just acknowledge your wrongs. Okay. Coming in at 14%, I love you. Now, I was talking to one of my homeboys about this, and he said I can share this, so I'm going to share this with y'all. I guess if I had to do this all over again and kind of get a percentage based off of gender, most men, from what we were talking about, we both came to this conclusion that it's harder for most men to acknowledge that they love somebody, or to acknowledge that love, which is going to create that commitment towards another person, that commitment that somebody might need to be able to move on or to move further on within the relationship. I mean, and I'll say it like this, like we all know what love is, depending on who you're talking about. We all have a definition of love, whether it's for your mother, whether it's for your father, that's a definition of love, and that's to a certain degree. When you talking about friendships have love. Friendships, you have a person that you love, you have a best friend, you have a really best friend, however you say it. When you describe that love for that person, that's another thing. Now, when it's to a person that you have a relationship with, you have a love interest in, and things like that, the fear of commitment is what we kind of, divvied into. Was like, that's a thing that we seem to be, I guess, it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't really want to be seen as an emotional person. I don't want to be seen weak and all this kind of stuff. And it's kind of like, that's the perspective that, a lot of men have been raised into being. Like, don't show your emotions. Don't be too vulnerable. Don't be too expressive. There are women who look down upon a man if he's too emotional and he's too expressive, certain things like that, which makes you, stay away from either being the emotional one or being, vulnerable, and you just kind of stay tough all the time or year round or whatever. And sometimes you don't have to be that way, especially when it's a person. If you genuinely love this person, if this person is somebody you care about, and this person is somebody you can see, a future with, is somebody when you think about love and you think about how happiness works, and this person is the first person that comes to your mind. And right now I'm speaking more towards the fellas. So brothers, if you love the person, I feel like, it's my opinion, the acknowledgement towards that person, telling them you love them, telling them that you have feelings for them, it helps. I mean, because you can't depending on what you follow, depending on what you believe, it's going to be a lot harder for you to just try to be here and acknowledge life without a person and try to, live by yourself. If you really love this person, you've been with them for 6 years, what you waiting on? what you waiting on? Just, no, man, just love is a beautiful thing, man. There's a quote I've heard, and I've probably said it more times than I can count. Love is a priceless commodity. The more you're willing to pay, the more valuable the prize. But the question is, are you willing to pay the price? And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to go on to the last one. The last one, I need help, coming in at 71%. Now, this is just the percentages from what Instagram showed as far as who, what column was voted on the most. Now, at 71%, I need help. And I think that's a thing we all struggle with. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter your aspect, your avenue in whatever it is that you do. I think it's something that we all genuinely have a battle with, whether it's, coming to terms with it, whether it's acknowledging that there's a thing that we all want to do, we all are doing, whether it's you're a creative, whether you're not a creative, whether it's just something as simple as I just need somebody to talk to, somebody I can, open up to. So, because I know a lot of people don't like the therapy route. A lot of people don't like the venting route. And even if it's just to a friend or something like that, but to acknowledge that you need help, to acknowledge that there are things that you need somebody to help you with, it's, I can just say from just looking at, that 71%, man, like even I fall in that 71% because I know there are a lot of things I don't want to say I need help on. There are a lot of things I don't want to acknowledge that I might not have all the way. And the fear of reaching out to a person and be like, hey man, I need help with blank, or I need, whatever it is, it's something as small as like, can I borrow this? Like that opening up of, help. It's a battle, man. And I think when I made the post initially, I made like video responses, and I think, I don't remember what I said at that time, which has been a while, but the one thing I can say, man, is if you have, I believe everybody should have that good circle of friends, good circle of close friends, those that you know will stick with you through the fire, those that have your best interest, those that are going to help you. I feel as if we all have at least one or two people we know without a shadow of a doubt, like those people will come through for us if they can. Like if they're able to do it, then they'll do it. Like I'm a firm believer of doing that. Like I know I've told, a few people that like if I have the ability to do whatever it is that you're asking for, I'm going to do it. And if I don't, I'm going to make sure I also tell you I don't have the means to do what it is that you're asking me about. And I will try to find someone who does, or in the background, I'll try to do it and not share like, oh, I had to reach out to somebody else or something like that. But in terms of trying to help, you know what I'm saying? I think we don't want to have that moment of disappointment, that moment of letdown. Like there are a lot of things like, you don't want to experience. And I know if I had to, go out on a whim here, the disappointment, the letdown, I could have trusted this person, but I just can't. Like I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be let down. I feel like that's what hinders a lot of people to just ask for help. That's what hinders a lot of things to happen in life today. And it's one of those things like I really wish like we could really get past that. And I wish we as people could do better to help our fellow man, and because it doesn't matter what walk of life you do, we all are walking life together. So whether it's something I've been through before, whether it's something I've never experienced before, whether it's something that, only a few people can say like, oh, I've been through this and I've dealt through this, like to ask for help, it shouldn't be a crime or it shouldn't be a penalty to reach out to somebody and say, hey man, I need help with blank. I need help with this. I need, it could be something very simple. It could be something very basic, nothing that's too extravagant, nothing that's too extreme, but something that's going to help, benefit whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope that, within this 71%, for those of you who watching, if you're watching this right now, you know what you voted, if you voted on the thing. And if not, take a time to really think about, out of those 4 things, which is the hardest for you to say? If you want to put them in order, you can too. What's the hardest thing? What's the least hardest thing? But looking at the 71% of people who put the hardest thing for them to say is I need help, it's just that, that independency in us. It's just that fear of being let down. And I really hope, we can get through that. I really hope we can find at least that one person that, at least 2 people, give or take 2 or 3 people that you can really reach out to and be like, hey man, I need help with blank, whether it's something creative, whether it's something financial, whether it's something physical, like I need somebody to help me do whatever it is. Maybe sometimes the needing help is I'm going through something and I don't know how to express my emotions. I don't know how to verbally say, here's something I'm dealing with, here's something I'm going through, and I need some help, And I really hope that we can find some kind of way, some kind of avenue to get past that barrier of fear, that barrier of, I don't want to say it, I'm not going to say it, I'd rather go through whatever it is, and then when people ask, hey, what happened to you? But it's whatever now, it's done. I don't want that to happen to anybody that I know, anybody I deal with. So I'm putting it out there. If you need help, if I'm able to do so, if I'm able to help you, reach out to your boy. I don't have all the best tools. I don't got all the money in the world. The best thing I can offer a person is an ear. I can listen. I can allow you to vent. I can allow you to say whatever it is that you're wanting to say, however you want to say it, so that way you can feel like whatever it is that's holding inside of you, you need to get it out. Go ahead and get it out. But I know I'm going to do my part, and you also do your part to those people who, might be afraid of reaching out. Those people who might be afraid of saying something. You never know. Like, you don't know what's going on in your circle of friends. You know what I'm saying? A check-in every now and again won't hurt nobody, because we all need a check-in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So, like, I really hope, that's a conversation, something I did a while back, but I think it's a good thing to kind of look into and kind of seeing, like, okay, what's really out there? What's really going on? What's really happening? And it's a good way to kind of help yourself, because we all have something that we're going through. We all have something that we're dealing with, but also that you don't know who around you is also going through something. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be your friend. It could be somebody you ain't never talked to in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go find all random people, go through your contact list. I ain't saying all of that. But, we all have something that we're dealing with. We all have something that's going on. We all have a pain or a struggle. And I think, if anything, we can all come together as people and help each other out. Help your brother, help your like man, all that stuff. It's a good way to show, compassion and show love, and genuinely just be genuine with everything that you're doing and everything that you do, especially when it comes to interacting with another person. You feel me? So we're going to take a quick little break, man. We'll be right back with the Real Talk Radio podcast. Yo, we're back with the Real Talk Radio podcast. Yeah, I really like that button. I'm gonna start. Hey man, y'all be on the lookout for these sound pads, okay? Because that's gonna probably be the most of the comedic stuff that I got. I got some sounds on here. Whoo! I can't wait to use them boys. But what's going on, y'all? Hope you guys enjoying the episode so far, man. Hope you guys like that previous segment. We're gonna go on to the second segment. And for the most part, man, we're gonna do a deep dive into these social medias, okay? Now, I'm not one of them kind of dudes who's gonna go into all the, guess this is happening. I don't really care about all that kind of stuff. But for the most stuff, I like to find stuff that's gonna make me laugh. I find comedic things like that. And there's this page on Instagram at Spiritual World. I'll be finding some stuff on there, some funny stuff. And there are some things too when I have guests. I might have a guest maybe next week. I'm gonna see if I can reach out to one of my people. We might have a guest next week. So there are some things on that page. I be finding it super funny, man. So we're actually gonna do a deep dive together. I'm gonna share some of the stuff with you. Maybe like 4. I'll do like 5. 5 of the things that I found on that page, and I find them to be real funny, real hilarious, and it's just all around just good vibes. You feel me? So let's go with let's see. What's life teaching you right now? Um, hey man, life is teaching me get your stuff in order, huh? Get your things in order. It's too much. It's too much playing out here, Doc. Too much playing. You gotta go ahead and get. You can only drag your feet for so long, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's like one of the biggest lessons I can say right now that I'm seeing through life, and I am following suit, getting my stuff in order. You feel me? Let's actually look through some of the comments on on this joint. So like most people be saying stuff, some people don't. But depending on what's going on, some people actually share what's really going on. Let's see. Brandon _ the director says, the higher you go in your career, the less supportive your family and friends become. That is life. That life is literally just you and God 85% of the time. And it's okay. Appreciate who is there and move on. And I second that. I really think, most people, whenever you get to a certain height in your career, depending on what it is and depending on, how big you get, and that's when certain people reach out to you, and you kind of can tell this person will reach out to you for this and this person will reach out for you for that. But, I'll be very appreciative for those who saw the journey from the ground up, those who stick through it, and those who are there to really, really uplift you and keep supporting you when you hit the very top too. That's a serious thing. This is Roscoe. Roscoe's comedy said to stop procrastinating. Look, man, I second not procrastinating because I like to be lazy, huh? I like to not do nothing, especially if I don't got to do nothing. If I can sit in the bed and play the game all day, I'm going to do it because I know I got stuff I got to do, but I don't want to. That's the problem. And I feel like if I actually do the stuff that I know I'm supposed to do, I'm going to eventually find myself actually having time to really just be able to just chill and do whatever and not have to be like, man, I got this thing I got to do and I got this project I got to finish and these videos I got to edit and this song I got to do. Like, I honestly think, reading this just now, I'm actually going to go ahead and just like legit figure out what I got to really finish on and go ahead and finish them out, like at least by the end of the week. And it's only Wednesday. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just knock it all out. Hopefully Thursday, I can get all the stuff done. I ain't got to worry about nothing. And then Friday, Saturday, then I could just chill and be really chill and wait on the next project to come in. So let's do one more time. Don't respond. Hey, man, look. There are a lot of people out here who are not worth your responses, and I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to go ahead and move on. The next post. A truth many people have refused to accept. Ooh. Well, before I read a comment or two, I'm going to say it ain't always about you. It ain't always about you, honestly. I don't know how much more truth that sentence alone can get. It ain't always about you. You would like it to be. We all would like it to be, but it ain't always about you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to some comments. When people tell you or show you who they are, believe them. Pretty much. Everybody can go. Everybody can go, and everybody ain't allowed to go. That's the problem. Everybody don't need to be out there. Social media is a fantasy. Social media is Narnia. Okay? Social media is Narnia. Everybody got a little blue avatar out here in social media. Ain't nobody who they really say they is out here. All right? Be careful. You feel me? One more. Let's see. Your self-worth isn't found or validated in others. Woo. Yeah. There you go. No comment. That it is what it is. And that's all I can say. What is one thing you constantly keep losing? I'm always losing my wallet and my keys. Like the keys to leave the house and my wallet. I have numerous times gone downstairs, got to my car, do the pocket tap. You know, all dudes do the tap, front, back, front. And I'm like, I ain't got no wallet. Then come in the house for about a good 5 minutes. I am doing a extensive search trying to find my wallet. Like, I know it was over here. I had these pants on. I know it was over there. I could have put it over here. I know I'm not the only person who's done that. Like, for real. I'm not the only person who is, like, legit just lost a wallet. And then the wallet be right there at the door, and I didn't check the look right there. I know I ain't the only person. Let's go ahead. Let's look. Let's see what some people are saying out here in the comments. Let's see. The TV remote. That part. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Let's see. My lip gloss. Now I have a few friends who will say that, like, oh, I don't know where my lip gloss is at, and they do the pat too and checking the purse and all that, and they be right there in their car or some junk like that. Let's see. It's a good one. Man, a lot of people are saying like my mind, my mental, my patience with these human beings. Hey man, look. Hey man, we're moving on. No comment on that. Let's see. What makes a man lose internet in a woman? Now I saw this, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a very slow moment. I was like, how do you lose internet? I didn't know women are internet providers. I had to, yeah. My bad. Lose interest. Really what they're trying to say, but lose internet. I don't know why I legit took it literal, but that's on me. I'm a little slow. Whatever. Move on. I've noticed with that, you know, I saw this post and there was this guy, I don't know if I could find it to put it in, but there was a guy that was saying once a guy kind of figures out who you are and figures out certain things he sees in you, that's kind of what makes, you know, a guy kind of lose interest or what have you. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait until I have my guest on. So my female friends, my guy friends, I'm gonna wait till I have them on. I'm gonna ask them so that we can see, like, 'cause everybody has their own opinion, right? Everybody has their own perspective as to what makes them do what and how and why they do what they do. So, or for their own things that they've lived and stuff like that. So we're gonna wait and we're gonna see what they say. So we're gonna go ahead and pencil that one and then go on to this last one right here. Let's see. Last one. Men only. What's a song by a woman you be singing with your whole chest? Hey man, I got a few. Okay. I got a few. So let's see. I don't know if I can play them. I probably can't play them, but I'll say what a few of mine are. Okay. Selena, come on la floor. I will get to that. Come on la floor. I'll get to that chorus. I will sing that. Oh man, that's such a good song. That's such a good song. A lot of people don't know that. That's such a good song. That's a good song. What's that song by Fantasia? When I See You, you know, when it gets to that bridge, that's over me, like that part. Oh man, that part go hard, bro. Like, dude, that's a good song. I do another one too. Woke up this morning with a smile on my face. That's The Way by Jill Scott. Oh, gets me every time. Like, don't let it play and I'm cleaning up or some joint like that, got my playlist on shuffle and it play, yeah, bump cleaning up. We gonna vibe. I'm gonna dance with this broomstick. And we go sing to the top of our lungs. Okay? Like, what's another? I got like a few more. Angel. Oh, now, I love Anita Baker. No disrespect to Anita, but I love the Layla version. Okay? And the Layla version will come on. Whew, that intro. Woo! Oh, man. Like, I already know I'm finna have a good time. You feel me? And I'm gonna sing it all the way. Okay? Especially, what's that? There's a riff. There's a riff that she do in that song. I sometimes I repeat it just to get to that section of the song. I can always turn to you. Oh, man, she ate that song down. Okay. Oh man, that's maybe two. Let me think of two more. Okay. A song by a woman. Oh yeah, Caught Up in the Rapture. Yeah. I've have like this newfound love for that song. And I think it really starts at the intro for me. Like, the intro alone, every time. The intro gets me there every time. And I don't have to fight. I don't got the... I love singing it. I love playing it. You know who really, when I listen to them sing that song, I start to tear up just a little bit. Her name is Kalia Lene. When Kalia sings this song, when she sings this song, depending on the vibe and the venue, like if we're doing like, like one of them sensual type vibes, every time she do it. She do it every time. And I appreciate you because, yeah, I love that song. Okay. Let's think of one more song that I sing by a woman that I sing to the top of my lungs. Lord help me. I can't think of none. I probably gotta scour through my not Amazon, my Apple Music, cause I know it. It's not really by a woman specifically, but a man and a woman. But best part. I love that song. I love that song. I can't say much else about that song. I love it. Okay. There are a lot of people in these comments. They got a lot of good songs too, but I don't sing none of these. You know what I'm gonna also do? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask some of my female friends a song by a man. What's a song by a man that y'all say to the top of y'all lungs now? Because that list of mine. Yeah, bro, I got some songs for days. You feel me? But we talking about the ladies. Shout out to all the ladies. Shout out to all the female singers, rappers, whatever it is that y'all doing. Shout out to y'all, because y'all is killing the game right now. You feel me? I gotta think. If I had to sing something right now. No, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Y'all all right. maybe later on down the episodes, I do got this little I ain't gonna call it a concert, but like a little mini show, whatever. I want to get, some of my people who I know be singing down. Okay, like I got a few people, man. I just know, like, yeah, man, it's gonna be hot, man. But yeah, man. So that's my second topic, man. That's what I got for y'all today, man. I really hope that y'all really enjoyed this. I hope that y'all could laugh. I hope that y'all found some key takeaways with this, man. Honestly, man, I just really want this platform to be something good, something that's fun, something that's, you can listen to while you work. You can chill with it. You can laugh with it. You feel me? Listen to the conversations. And also have some conversations for yourself. You feel me? We gonna go ahead and dismiss, man. So we out of here, yo. Man, I was so churchy with that. We're gonna go ahead and dismiss. I'm so churchy. Yeah, man. So stay tuned, man. Come back next week for the next episode, man. I might have a little surprise for y'all. Y'all go ahead and come back. Please, 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 no matter what platform you're listening to. Again, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, follow, hit the like button, follow on the platform so you will know whenever a next episode drops. And if you're watching this live, what's good, my good people? If you're watching this live, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any episode when they drop. You feel me? And we out of here, yo.